All right, so let's start with the big story that we're tracking on WION at this hour. The Kremlin has said that it has not received any official information about the outcome of the Ukraine peace talks held in Geneva. The Ukrainian, American and the European officials met in Switzerland on Sunday, and the United States and Ukraine claimed that they've developed an updated and refined peace framework that is aimed at ending the nearly four-year-old war. The American Secretary of State Marco Rubio has described the high-stakes talks as very worthwhile, calling them as probably the best that the United States has held with Ukraine since Trump returned to power. However, neither the United States nor Ukraine have shared details about the talks or the revised plan. It is not clear how the updated plan will handle a host of different issues, including how to guarantee Ukraine's security against the ongoing threats from Russia. Now, Trump has kept up the pressure on Ukraine to reach a deal. On Sunday, the American president once again accused Ukraine of showing zero gratitude for American efforts over the war. And this prompted a post from the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, and he said that Ukraine is grateful to the United States and every American heart, and personally to President Trump for the assistance that has been saving Ukrainian lives. Now, Trump previously set a Thursday deadline for Zelensky to accept a peace plan, but Rubio said that the deadline might not be set in stone. And according to reports, Zelensky could of course travel to the United States as soon as this week to discuss the most sensitive aspects of the plan with Trump. Now, the initial 28-point proposal put forth by the United States was criticized by the Kiev and its allies as essentially a Russian wish list. European allies said that they were not involved in crafting the plan and released a counter-proposal on Sunday. The plan drawn up by Britain, Germany and France takes the United States plan as its basis, but then goes through it point by point with suggested changes and deletions. The large elements remain the same even up to the wording of the specific clauses, including that Russia will be readmitted to the G7, making it the G8 again in the event of a peace deal. The counter-proposal makes clear that there is currently no consensus on Ukraine joining the NATO military alliance, an addition that may have been included to alleviate any Russian fears that its neighbor could be given some fast-tracked entry. A key sticking point is likely to lie in the settlement of territory. Under Trump's proposal, Russia would be given the Donbas region in the formal recognition of Crimea, and the front lines would be frozen in the other key regions, including in Kherson and Zaporizhia. It would mean that Zelensky will be required to cede even more Ukrainian territory than Russia currently controls. Instead, Europe has suggested the negotiations on territorial swaps should start from the line of control, reducing the amount of land that Putin could lay claim to. The deal also states that the size of Ukraine's military is to be capped at 800,000 in peacetime, whereas an earlier version of the European plan had included no cap. The United States and the Russian proposal have asked for 600,000 cap. Even with the cap, Kiev's army, which currently stands at around 850,000, would be one of the largest in the world. And one of Kiev's red lines centers around whether it would be given strong security guarantees in the event of a future Russian invasion. Now, both proposals agree with the need for security guarantees to act as a deterrent to Vladimir Putin. Now, Europe pledges for them to be robust, while America insists that they will be reliable. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.